just purchased the Get Me Out of This Cage Gorilla and Cage costume kit from Househaunters. I'm here with this instructional video to show you how to put it together. The first thing you're going to need to do is gather a couple things that are not included in the kit. Namely, the clothes that the captive person inside the cage is going to wear. So you need a pair of pants, you need a pair of boots, okay, or maybe shoes, and you need a bright, floppy, some sort of shirt. The other two things you need are a common kitchen spoon to help insert the pegs through the bamboo sticks, and also some bubble wrap. This amount or maybe a little bit more would be fine. First, we build the cage. Step number one is to take your sticks and arrange them as you can see here beneath me. Okay, you've got 4 sticks here, 4 sticks here, okay, and you've got 3 horizontal pieces above them. Okay, you're grabbing 2 sticks and laying them aside for later. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to insert these sticks into the appropriate holes. Step number 3 is that you add 3 more of these horizontal pieces. Okay, 2 here on the bottom, and 1 here on top. Okay, and then of course what you do then is insert them onto the long poles. The next thing we're going to do, which is step number 4, is add the pegs to secure these long cage bars onto the horizontals. So I grab my trusty kitchen spoon, okay, and let's show you how you do this here. Okay, you'll notice a number of P's on the instructions kit that shows you where to put these pegs. Okay, so let's show you how you put these pegs in. It's really pretty simple. You just put the peg in the top hole on the inside, and you push them in either with your fingers or a spoon. And as you can see here, on certain bars, we've gotten 2 pegs in place, but on others, we have just 1. As you can see, what end up being the corner bars get only 1 peg inserted in them. These are the diagonal pieces. You can tell them because they have notches in them. So you want the notches facing each other, and you secure the sides of the cage like this. First thing you do is you pull up the side of the cage, you insert this, insert it down here as well. Okay, again, you're not securing it with a peg just yet. You're pulling this up. Okay, inserting that. And the last one goes up there. Okay, so we're starting to have a cage take form. Step number 6 is that you take the other set of diagonals and attach them. Okay, now we're going to insert the pegs to secure the diagonals. There's the first one. There's 1. There's 2. Now let's move on to step number 7, which is to start stuffing the gorilla. You need to stuff bubble wrap or, of course, newspaper into the head of the gorilla. You need to stuff bubble wrap or newspaper into the filler bag, which will go to add heft into the shoulders and chest. And you also need to put bubble wrap into the arms of the gorilla. You need to identify the shoulder bone. The shoulder bone has multiple holes on the ends, as well as a single hole in the middle here. Okay, see that? So, you take the shoulder bone and slide it into the holes in one hole and out the other hole on the neck of the gorilla. Okay? So step 9 is to take the 2 neck bones with pegs already inserted in them and put them into the shoulder bones, like such. Okay? So there you go. Now you need to anchor the neck bone into the head by pushing it through the hole and into the bubble wrap of the gorilla. Okay? But before you do that, you want to grab the filler bag, which is going to be inside the gorilla. So you loop it around the neck bone, push it through. The last peg you need to insert will anchor the neck bone into the shoulder bone. Okay. So there you have it. Okay, you're ready to take the head and the shoulder piece along with its filler bag and insert it into the body of the gorilla. With the filler bag already in the cavity of the gorilla, I found the shoulder hole and I've pushed the shoulder bone through that hole. Now let's try the other side as well. get the filler bag in there, and then with the neck bones facing back, almost like shoulder blades, insert them into the body of the gorilla as well. Okay, and out pops, there we go, out pops the bamboo on either side of the shoulders. Your gorilla should start looking like this. With him lying on his back, you want to open up the gut, basically, of the gorilla. And you want to gather up the two legs like this, and to make stovepipes out of them, so you can climb into them with your feet later. So really what you're doing is building a little, kind of two little leg nests like this. Okay, so two leg holes that you'll be stepping into later. Step 13 is attaching the cage to the gorilla. Okay, here's our cage. Okay, now what you're going to do is lay the cage down so that the open triangle, as you can see here, we've got an open triangle. This is not open, this is not, but this is open. And we lay that onto the gorilla so that the top corner reaches the shoulder bone. We're going to take pegs and insert them into the corner, and the cage then is basically attached by the shoulder bone. What we're now ready to do is to attach the hands to the cage itself, so it looks like he's holding the cage. Alrighty? First thing you do is you identify this bar right here. It's one up from the back. You take out the peg, you put the hand over it, and then you reinsert the peg. It's as simple as that. Alright, step number 15. We've now built the cage, we've built the gorilla, we've attached the cage to the gorilla. We're now about ready to use your clothes to build the captive person inside that cage. You've taken some bubble wrap and inserted it into the upper half of the pants of the person. You've taken the knee inserts that Househaunters has provided and put them into some sort of boots. Okay? You're now going to insert these boots and knees into the legs to make a set of legs. You then take the floor, the notch has to be facing backwards, and put the person on top of the cage floor. And you want to have this handy, maybe on a nearby table, so that you can grab it later. Now we're ready to get into the cage. We've got a couple remaining pieces to work with. The harness, the gorilla feet, and the gorilla socks. I've already got the gorilla socks on, and I've got a rubber band kind of keeping them up. As you can see, I've got the gorilla foot over my shoes. Here, I'll put the other one on, like so. So here we have the harness. I've got it kind of upside down like this. Now I'm going to put my arms through and then have it crisscross my back. I cross these two pieces to hold it there, and then I put on my parka. We're ready to get in the suit. We have the legs nearby on a table along with the two poles. Okay? We've got the cage on its back, and I'm carefully stepping into the two holes that we've left for the feet. I pull up the legs one at a time. Careful to keep my balance. Here's the other one. Pull them up. Okay? And I'm ready to go. Now what I'm going to do here is, with my harness ready to go, I'm going to grab the cage, pull it up over me, and then get these two pieces underneath the cage to support it. I'm grabbing the diagonal right near the notches, the other notches up here, and I'm pulling it up. Okay, up, 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 up. Pull it up, balance it by separating my knees a bit, and then bringing these pieces around. So I'm in the cage. The harness is underneath the two diagonals supporting it. I'm ready to take the floor and the pants and bring them into the cage with me. Okay. We'll see you next costume.